Okay, we can start off with the 5Q game. I have some room to maneuver here. Let's see, Control F2 to zoom in, say hello. And yeah, we got the zoom in. Maybe we'll start out with a fourth file rook opening. Well, we don't have to. Let's see. Oh, I can't do that. I have to protect. Oh, I can do that. I put this up here. I was saying that I was leaving my bishop undefended. You know what I should do is I should bring up Epic Pen so I can mark things like that. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and go here all the way. He wants to push this pawn, maybe take advantage of my momentary displacement there. So it looks like he's going for some sort of quick attack here. That's interesting. I mean, I could do a Yagura from this position. Or I could just switch my rook over. Since he didn't commit to this file, he moved his rook. I'll bring my rook to oppose. And then I'll make a Mino castle. So I got a typical, kind of a typical fourth file rook position, except this silver is here instead of here. Let's see, I guess I can mark that this way, right? Yeah, the silver would normally be on this square. And a fourth file rook. Let's just finish the castle and see what he's doing with his pieces. Looks like he's moving all his pawns forward. So it's only a half Mino. That's the other thing I guess that's different is I was preparing for him to attack on this file and he never did. What can I do? Can bring this gold out. Or up. Bring it up rather than out. Okay, so he wants to take advantage of this silver. If I don't do anything, he can put the knight here and my silver has nowhere to go. I'll give my silver room to retreat. Is that really good? Maybe because this is loose. Maybe it's a problem. Let's attack here. And just step aside. Oh, I see. When I step aside, he's going to push an attack on my bishop and an attack on my silver. But, well, I could take, let's think. I could take his bishop with check. So I step aside, he pushes, I take with check. So he's going to not allow that. Here, I'll just go ahead and take that knight. And let's attack his silver here. His silver can come forward attacking this pawn here, huh? Okay, let's step back here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got actually more pieces on this than he can, and he has defenders, so I can actually take that. And welcome to the stream. I'm a little bit late today, but my dinner ran late. This is my first game. We're already on move 40. Let's see, how are we doing time-wise? Yeah, I've used some time. He hasn't. Yeah, so if I take this, he will come forward attacking my bishop. And he promotes when he comes forward, so my bishop is trapped at that point. Pretty much. It could go back here. Looks a bit ugly. Yeah, and then I would lose the silver here. Well, when I take here, he's going to drop a pawn somewhere, so I'm going to be probably in trouble either way. Ah, he wants to put the bishop there, the silver there. Well, now I can take here. I think. I was hesitating because my rook is undefended here. So could be a problem. Ah, but he does it that way, so that's not a problem. So now we both have a rook and a bishop in hand, and I have a knight in hand. So I'm a knight up. King has 2 metal pieces around it. His king has 3, so maybe his king is safer. He drops the rook there. Ah, he's going to pick up this knight, or try to. And he also defended his silver. What would be a good thing to do? I could drop a rook here. Let's see, but he'll take the knight. I'll take his silver. It's probably good for me, right? So he went there with the silver, with the, with his promoted silver. It's now attacking my silver, but my silver is defended. Part of why I did that. So let's drop my bishop here, attacking this gold here, which because this is pinned after I take it. He can take the knight, which threatens to take my silver too. The rook and promoted rook will probably be promoted. And then it, yeah, let's see if we can get an arrow here. Rook takes here, and then it'll add force along this line, so this promoted silver can take my silver, and the protection from my rook won't be enough. So he moved his rook. He saved it. I mean his gold. Moved his gold. Wonder if I have a knight drop somewhere. Not seeing it. So if I take this lance, and I could drop a lance here. Sacrifice my silver, but I'll get something back over here, I guess. Or will I? My bishop is already hitting this square. I can drop a knight too. And I can maybe break my gold in at some point. So yeah, he took a knight. Let's go ahead and continue my campaign. So now I'm threatening to take here and promote. He takes, take back, he takes, I take with the bishop. I'm just looking at these, the bishop moves. The bishop also can retreat along here, which would defend here if necessary. Now you could drop a defensive piece here. Or here. Something to defend there. Even if he does that, I could take. He's going to drop a silver because it attacks my my bishop, I guess. The other thing I could do with the bishop is something like this, here to here, which would attack his dragon and defend my gold. That's two moves, of course. All depends on what he does. So he drops a knight. Yeah, that's probably the best way for him to defend because but now because a knight has least value, so he can trade that off. But when I pull back with my horse, now his knight is pinned, so I can take here and promote, and it's a fork of these two pieces. So I'll get a metal piece for a knight and a lance. I don't know if that's good or not. But it'll also disrupt his king. There's surely some value in that. Yeah, he's forcing me. So which way do I want to go? I could go with the lance first. If he takes my knight, I take here with check. Or I could go knight first. Then whatever piece he moves, I can take the other one. Or he... And at the end of the day, he'll have a piece here. And I can't drop a pawn. Be nice to get the bishop there. Or the horse. Maybe horse back here to hit this pawn. But that'll be defended by whatever piece is here. Yeah, let's go with the that's true. I will have a Oh, it wasn't pinned. It wasn't pinned. This is pinned, but this was not. Okay. So I take here, he takes gold or silver. Can drop a gold here if he takes with the silver. No, I can't. This square is going to be covered no matter what. Okay, let's leave that and think of something to do with the bishop. Back here, not really threatening all that much. Here, at least I'm threatening the pawn. Or I could step up here and threaten the pawn that way. I don't think his knight is really going anywhere. I can take the gold behind it if it moves, so no hurry to take it. Okay, we're going to get down into Byoyomi soon, so it will get exciting. Yeah, somehow you always enter Byoyomi right when things are approaching some crucial moment. And now he's got a whole arsenal of pieces in hand. A lance, a knight, a silver, and a bishop. So he can start dropping them on me to try and cause havoc. But it's nice that my bishop is protecting this gold here. Well, it's my horse now. My horse protects that gold. So I can trade lance and gold for, let's see, when I take, he'll take back with one of those pieces for some piece. He's going to jump ahead and give up the gold here because he wants to get some action against my king. That makes sense. He was thinking about it anyway. But went with the silver drop instead, and that distracts my horse, but I don't know what other value it has. That was probably a mistake. So now a lance here. So let's take the knight. And let's take here. And now I can drop a silver, nice fork, attacking the pinned, attacking that pinned piece. And I do something here. If I distract the king, it can step up. I could drop a knight here. King can step up. Can't quite tell. When you run out of time, you're just out, so you got to be pretty careful in these situations. Okay, at least I can get something for that gold. Although actually a knight here would threaten mate. Maybe that was the way to go. Yeah, let's go ahead and threaten mate. It's always better. Oh, it's not a mate threat. It is not a mate threat because he can take with the knight. Silly me. Let's see. This square is guarded. These squares are guarded by his... these two squares are guarded by his promoted silver there, so I can't... it might be nice to move the bishop to those squares, but I can't do it. Well, if he doesn't take that silver, this will be really lucky for me. Tension is starting to mount. Oh, there he did. He spotted it. Yeah. Why not? Okay, so I have a gold in hand. A knight. I guess I just take here. And drop the gold there. It's nice that his bishop is not on the board and he can't drop it with a check. My king is pretty well saved from checks. So I can keep making threats. His king needs to run now. And anywhere it runs, I can take the silver. Unless he finds a drop. Yeah, he didn't find a drop. Yeah, so I can take this. And let's see, I can drop a gold here with check. And then take and take. Or if the king runs. If the king runs, I can take that gold. So I have a silver. I'll go ahead and drop it. I think, yeah, the king goes here. I take here with promotion. That's a check. Double check. King has to run. And then I can drop another gold. Or just move this gold up, right? King has nowhere to run. Locked in by his own pieces. Alrighty. Well, that was nice. A nice win. Let's say thank you. So was that good for me all the way, or was it was good? Oh, it was good when he it was good from when he lost the silver there. So this is all kind of normal. He switched his tack, which was interesting. I mean, I was leaving myself the flexibility to play either a fourth file rook or a static rook by pushing this pawn and go for a Yagura setup. I hadn't committed the king to either side, and I hadn't pushed the rook pawn. I don't know if this is a good way to play, but I have come to do it because there's someone I play against a lot who's always attacking on this file, and I need pieces over here to defend against it. And it looked like he was getting set up for some kind of attack with the silver coming out. But his idea was to attack on the fourth file. And so at that point I decided to commit to the fourth file as well. So I think this should be okay, although maybe not the best. And then he started, continuing his attack on this side with the pieces. And it gets tricky because once the silver has gone back, the this bishop is loose here. It's not defended by any piece. So if this diagonal opens up, then I will get taken. That's the kind of tactic I'm used to. That's what my friend plays against me a lot. So this pawn push here is very dangerous. I can't take that pawn. But I attacked his knight instead, so he takes, and I step aside, and I realized after I step aside that he does have a double attack here. He pushes his pawn with an attack on my bishop and an attack on the silver. But as soon as the diagonal opens, I can actually take his bishop with check because the king is right there. So good for me. It gives me time to deal with this situation. So instead of pushing, he brought his silver up. His knight had nowhere to go, so I just go ahead and take it. Maybe it wasn't necessary to take right away, but I do like to take these things. And then he pushed this pawn. So he's breaking through. I was a little more worried about, he could switch here maybe. Oops, everything got blue. He could switch here maybe to this file, go back to this file, and then also drop a pawn here. It looks a little dangerous. I don't know. Maybe what he did was fine. Maybe it was fine. Because I was a little worried about this too. But I decided eventually I could take this pawn. Oh, I know. Here's what my mistake was, I think. Here's where I thought he could get an advantage. Let's see. What did he do after I took? Yeah, he took right away. What if he just left that there? I guess it's okay. The thing is, I can take with check. I was worried about, again, I was worried about this backfire here. I have a loose gold in this case. I mean, a loose rook. But because it's with check, he has to respond to that first. Has to take with the king, actually. And that gives me time to take the rook. He has to take back, I guess. And then I can try and save this silver here. And I come out a knight up. So I think his attack, he sacrificed a knight. Maybe doesn't quite have enough compensation for it. And it's still scary. He's got a rook in my camp. And so this is all back and forth here, where both sides are attacking, and it could go either way as far as I can tell until, yeah, and then this was a dumb mistake. I was thinking there was a pin here because his king is there and my dragon is here, but he has two pieces, so he can move one of them. In this case, the knight. So it's not pinned. So I took, assuming it was pinned. So that was a unintended sacrifice. But maybe not all that bad. It does dislodge pieces around his camp. And then finally, this was his final mistake. Dropping that silver there where my horse could take it. Because I noted earlier that the horse, when it comes back, defends that gold. Very important. It's like a key piece in the Mino castle. Especially when the gold is here. Or when the dragon is here on the back rank. Anyway, let's exit this game.